Hi guys, it's the Global Online Math Tutor. And in this video, I'm going to talk about, give you an example on how to find the volume of a sphere. Now, what is a sphere? A sphere is a three-dimensional object that looks like a ball. And what is so special, and, I- and what is so special about it is that the distance from the center to any point on the surface of the sphere is always the same. Now what does that mean? Let me explain what that means, okay? So here, if you look at this diagram right here, this is an example of a sphere, okay? So what I mean by this is what's so special. It looks like a ball, right? And what's so nice about it, unique about it, is that if you look at the center of the sphere, and you take any point on the surface of the sphere, let's call this right here, let's consider this point. So let's give a name for the center C, and let's give this point, let's call it A, okay? And let's say the distance from C to A, so let me write C to A, that distance, let me get my, sorry, let me get my, that distance from C to A, okay? That distance from C to A is, and then let's consider another point. That's just call that distance R, okay? The distance from C to A, let's call it R. And let's consider another point in the sphere, let's call it B. And the distance from C to B is also R. And that's the idea of the sphere, is that you take any point on if the distance from the center to any point on the surface, any point on the surface of the sphere is always going to be the same. It's always going to be that quantity called R. And what that quantity called R is called the radius. Okay, so the radius is the distance from the center of the sphere to the point on the surface of the sphere. Okay, that's what R is. So R here is the radius. So R is the radius. Okay, so I hope this explains it well. So it's R, the radius, R is the distance from the center to the point on the surface of the sphere. And what's so special about the sphere is that any point on the surface of the sphere, the distance from the center to any point on the surface of the sphere is always the same. I hope that this makes sense. So now let's do an example. Let's do an example. So let's clear this, erase all this out. Okay, so here what we want to do is we want to find the volume of a sphere whose radius is 4 centimeters. So what is the volume? So what do you mean by volume of a sphere? It means how much space the sphere takes up. Okay, and notice that the radius is, so what is the radius of 4 centimeters? So if we draw our diagram, here's our sphere. Okay, here's our sphere. Okay, and if you you draw the center here, the distance from the center to the point on the surface of the sphere, that distance is 4 centimeters. Okay, so that's our radius. So what we know, so what is the formula of for the of a sphere? The formula of the sphere is V, so V stands for volume, is 4 over 3 times pi times r cubed, where V is the volume, r is the radius, and pi is approximately 3.14. So now what we know is the following. We know that r, so now what we need to do is replace pi with 3.4. And what is r? Well, r here is 4, right? That's the radius. So what we're going to do is replace r by 4. So let me explain what that means. It's you replace pi with 3.14, so 4 over 3 times 3.14 times, and we're going to replace r with 4, so that's 4 to the power of 3. Now, what is 4 to the power of 3? 4 to the power of 3 is 4 times 4 times 4, okay? And 4 times 4, if we take the first two 4s and we multiply them together, right, we take these two 4s and we multiply them together, we get 16. And don't forget the third 4, so we have to multiply by the third 4. And so 16 times 4 is going to be 64. So now we can replace 4 to the power of 3 but with 64. So you're going to get 4 over 3 times 3.14 times 64. Okay? Now what is 4 times, if you take 4 multiplied by 3.14 multiplied by 64, what do you get? You get, this is 803.84 divided by 3, and that is going to be approximately, if you take 803.84 divided by 3, that is going to be approximately 267.95. What units will it be? So volume, remember, volume is are measured in feet cube, centimeter cube, inches cube. It's measured by unit to the power of 3. So it has to, so that's the idea. So if you look at the radius is measured in centimeters. So therefore the volume is going to be measured by centimeters cube. So you have to put that unit. So the unit is going to be centimeters cube. Since the radius is in centimeters, the volume is going to be centimeters cube. It's very important that you put the cube there, and don't forget to put the centimeters, because your teacher can take marks off if you don't put the right units. Okay, your teacher can take marks off for you not putting the right units, so make sure that you put the right units. I hope you like this video. I hope if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you think this video, please share this video with please share this video with your classmates that might benefit from it. Please hit the subscribe button. It does not cost you anything. It does me a favor you do me a favor by hitting the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you're notified of my videos. And if you want to write, if you want to write a comment on how I can improve as a math teacher, or what you want to see next, or any feedback you want to give me on my videos, please write in the comments of this video. Also subscribe. And again, I just remind you that if you need help with math or statistics, please email me. My email is in the description below. I hope you have a wonderful day. May the math force be with you.